Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a recap of all the movies that came out in June and what ones I saw, what ones I hadn't seen yet but I wanted to see, and then like what ones I've missed. So I'm just going to jump straight in with the ones that I saw. First movie I'm going to talk about today is Toy Story 5. Now this is the 5th installment in the Toy Story franchise. We did not need another installment, I'm not going to lie to you, but if it was going to be anything, I'm happy it's toys versus tech, because that's the only one that makes sense then to actually do another installment on, especially after it's been so long since the last one. There's been pretty big gaps in it. I know they're actually talking about doing a 6th one, which is concerning, and I also can't figure out what it would even be about, because this storyline, toys versus tech, makes sense, like especially with the like rise in like tech and tablets and kids not being able to go about the day without having the tablets and stuff like that. So I don't really know what that would be about, to be honest with you. This topic was definitely one that needed to be talked about this time, because it is very much an issue, and it's also like to kind of snap the parents out of it. But I've also seen some like videos of kids who literally have lily pads, like chucking the lily pads into the rooms and going and playing with the toys. So I think that's quite cool, and it's also so nice, like seeing all the kids dressed up is it the Toy Story characters. It's because it's crazy, because obviously Toy Story has been going on for so long. It's nice seeing that that's still happening. Toy Story, it's definitely one that I could see again, like just rewatch it, because a lot of like really drawn out franchise and stuff, I'm like, I'll watch it once and probably never bother watching it again. But with this one, I feel like it definitely still had the vibes of the other Toy Story movies. For a bit of a jump, the next one I'm going to talk about is Obsession. Obviously, it's so far, I think it's going to be one of the movies of the year. At the moment, I just found out that it has actually beaten Mandalorian and Grogu at the box office, which is crazy because it's an indie film. Like, it was literally made on an extremely small budget. I think it was less than $1 million, which is a tiny budget. I know it sounds a lot of money, but it's actually not in like filmmaking. It was bought by, who was it? It wasn't A24. It was someone else. I'll put it here. It's just like absolutely nuts. It just really goes to show that people crave like an original movie, a movie that's actually had effort put into it, obviously, because it's an indie movie. The people who worked on it would have put that absolute all into it, and it's obviously paid off very, very, very well. I wasn't going to go see Obsession just because I'm not really much of a horror fan. Like, I end up psyching myself out like after watching a movie, and like I can never sleep and stuff like that. Like the Weeping Angels and Doctor Who, that literally scarred me as a child. I didn't sleep for like a week, and I'm not even being dramatic, I literally did not sleep for a week because of what the Weeping Angels are. But I can handle like psychological thrillers, so I absolutely love Jordan Peele's movies. So I thought, you know what, let's go have a little crack and see what everyone's raving about. So once I got over being absolutely terrified after the movie, because if you watch the movie you'll know why, but once I got over that bit, I could not stop thinking about it. I was constantly watching videos, I was watching breakdowns from the crew, so that the costume designer I see here come up on my social medias quite a lot. I watch videos on like what other people have noticed, that things that I might have missed, hidden meanings and what ifs. So there's so many little things like integrated into it that can be like talking points, or like, oh, maybe this could mean this or this could mean that, and it's just so cool to see, because like I say, I'm not like a horror fan, so like when I was watching it I was just concentrating on like being scared basically. Like I couldn't really concentrate on the little things, but the amount of things that other people have seen, obviously with like second rewatches and stuff like that, but the amount of things that people have seen are absolutely insane, like the tiny details, it's just mind-blowing. And this movie is definitely going to be a cult classic, there's no doubt about it. And a lot of people have wanted Indy Navarrete to get an Oscar, be nominated for an Oscar. I think she could be nominated, to be honest with you. I think there was talks of her being nominated for Best Supporting Actress and not the like Best Actor. So I guess we'll have to see with that one, but that would be amazing. I'd be so happy if she could get nominated. Obviously nothing's ever going to come close to Sinners from last year, because best thing ever. But this movie obsession is starting to give me the same excitement over cinema again. Like I say, it's not going to come close, but it's still like I'm obsessed with Obsession because like I can't stop watching breakdowns on it. Like it's all what my social media is at the minute, like all my YouTube. Like it's just I love it. The director Curry Barker, it seems like he's definitely having it going for him because it seems like it's in talks of him doing like a series show of like the different wishes and what they could mean and like the effects of them, because obviously you can't, it's even in like Aladdin and stuff where like you can't wish for someone to fall in love with you because like this kind of stuff happens. Right, so after Obsession I'm going to, honestly I feel like the way I've done these, they're all a bit different from each other, but we've had a very diverse month of June for films, so it's definitely interesting. But the next one is Supergirl, which has literally just came out. I watched this yesterday, which was Friday. Today's Saturday, video's going up Sunday. I have a lot to say about Supergirl. Now the thing that annoyed us is my boyfriend told me that people weren't receiving it well before we watched the movie, and I don't like hearing about other people's opinions before watching a movie because I like having my own base of opinions. I don't want to go into a movie thinking, oh, people don't like this bit or people mention this bit, and it's like a premeditated opinion when you've not even watched it yourself. So I was a bit annoyed about that. But I don't think it's hard because I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be. But it's also not great, to be honest with you. Now, a few reasons why. So, second movie in the James Gunn takeover thing of DC. He's not involved in this one like at all. I don't think I even seen him as a producer. Maybe he was a producer. I'd have to check that. But the trailers very much gave James Gunn like universe that obviously we're known for like his music, choices and like, the style and stuff like that. The music video was shown like potential. Did I say the music video? The trailer was shown potential. Like it had "Call Me" by Blondie in. Also, like Supergirl's wearing a Blondie t-shirt for like a lot of the movie. So all the trailers were edited to "Call Me" by Blondie. The song didn't even feature in the movie, which is fine. Obviously, that can happen where they won't have the same songs. The music choice wasn't great in the actual movie. It just wasn't given the same vibe that we would expect, especially like Superman as well. Like Superman was exactly what I'd expect from like a James Gunn like franchise. But particularly the final battle towards the end, if you've seen the movie you know exactly what I'm talking about, had the weirdest song on it. Don't know why. It was like an epic end of movie battling it out sort of fight, and the music was kind of like a mellow sort of thing. Like I guess they were trying to go for it lyrically, but in terms of like an epicness superhero battle like fight thing, it didn't match at all. It was so bizarre. And like people were saying that they should have just put "Call Me" into this bit, and I do agree. Like there was so much energy in the fight, and then the song was just contradicting it a little bit. It was really odd. There was also like a few subplots that didn't really get finished. Like it kind of just like moved on sort of thing. Like I don't know if it's that big of a thing, but I feel like they kind of bring the whole thing about how the villain is like taking these girls to be like young wives and stuff like that, but they keep bringing them in and then not making it a big thing, and then keep bringing it in and not making it a big thing. It's like because also the villain's just not good. He's kind of just like a space pirate, but like all the other like random little characters, like oh yeah, he's like really strong or whatever, he's like dangerous and stuff like that, but we don't actually see it. Like the whole rule of sinners like show don't tell, but I feel like we don't really see him be like super intense. Obviously like he kills a couple people, but all villains do that. So yeah, it just wasn't really matching up, and I feel like they were kind of just using the whole, I don't know what YouTube's thing is on certain buzzwords, so I'm not going to say it, but like obviously he's kidnapping young girls for child brides essentially. But they keep like, I don't know if they were just using that to make us really hate him as a villain, but like I just feel like I kind of hate those words now, but the villain didn't really have much aura to him. None of them did really, to be honest. I don't really know why. Like, they're like, oh, these characters really cool. Like Jason Momoa's character, he's in it. Obviously, that's his like dream role or whatever. They were really given the energy we needed to give. Like, the storyline was good. It was fine. Like, obviously, she saved crypto and stuff like that, which was nice. Little tearjerker. You don't want the dog to die. Obviously, the dog wasn't going to die because James Gunn's DC seems to be a lot lighter, so they're not just going to kill off like a main dog, like the main dog character rather. Um, but yeah, I just feel like so much happened and so little happened at the same time. Like I feel like it didn't really. Guess it is kind of hard to have an a superhero introductory movie, when you've already done so many Supergirls already, and then also Superman was right before it, which I find it interesting that they did Superman and Supergirl, like no, like different character in between. So it's also like hard to make them different because obviously she's kind of, oh, here's one thing. So she's gonna be like this like cool sort of like character, obviously like really cool music in the trailers. Like her poster's quite cool, got the sunglasses and like the outfit and stuff. And like for like most of the movie she's just drunk. Like it didn't make much sense. I kind of felt like a cop out, like there wasn't anything to her actual character. I feel like she wasn't that likable. There wasn't much of her redemption. Like all she was doing was just getting drunk the whole time, and it was quite sad. And there wasn't really much like coolness to her character, to be honest with you. And I don't know. It's weird, right? So you know her costume. I don't know. I feel like I didn't want her to have like a skirt on. I don't know if that's just me, but when she came out in the costume and the skirt, I didn't care for it. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me, to be honest with you. Um, but like with like introductory superhero movies, you've got to find the perfect balance. Um, it so many things, and I feel like this movie clearly did not hit the balance very well. It was completely unbalanced. Like there was just so many things happening, but also so many things not happening, and it just didn't equal out. Um, But the frustrating thing is, all I want is a good female lead superhero movie. Obviously, we had Marvel a while ago, but Marvel's kind of taken a back seat at the minute for everyone. Um, I just want like a strong female lead. Like we literally went to see the movie on a Friday, on the Friday, the opening Friday, at like an 8 p.m. screening, and there was like 10 people in the cinema, which is shocking. Um, but there was no like energy around this movie. Like I've not, there was no buzz. Like there was just nothing, and it was so sad. Because I just want something good, something really good and solid, and I want the effort that goes into the male led movies for the female ones. So I guess we'll just have to see where this goes. But obviously we've got her staying in Metropolis now, so she'll be in the next Superman movie, so we can see if that kind of puts a bit of positive spin, brings her back, a bit of redemption for the actual Supergirl as a whole. So we'll just have to see. Now, there are a few more movies that I haven't seen that came out in June, so that would be Disclosure Day, Steven Spielberg, hello, obviously. I think I'll be going to see that next week actually. But there's been a lot of movies coming out and I've not had a lot of time this month, unfortunately. Master of the Universe. I thought this was going to be pretty cringe, but it's had really good ratings, so I'm quite excited to go see it. And then Finding Emily, which is, I think is it an indie film? I know it's the director's first film or first feature film, but it did look quite good, and it has that girl from Spider-Man in when they were in high school, but she seems to be in like loads of random things. So it was quite cool seeing her again. It's interesting that she's playing a young character that young again, so maybe just go on them faces. But yeah, so I'm gonna be seeing Disclosure Day next week, hopefully, fingers crossed, because I love Steven Spielberg, as everyone does. I think Masters of the Universe has already went out the cinemas for me, so I'm gonna have to watch that at home. But overall, it's been a very good month for movies. It's very exciting, and obviously we've got July coming up. and it's going to be a very, very intense time. We've got The Odyssey, we've got Spider-Man, we've got like loads of other big movies coming out, so I'm quite excited. Um, but yeah, this is like my first major film, movie, video in a while. And I want to start like talking about movies again. I love movies, so I'm gonna be doing that again. So just watch out. I mean, I'm pretty sure no one's gonna be watching this anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below. If you see this, comment your favourite movie of this month or which movie you're excited to see this year. And then I'll see you next time. Bye.